6.
I'm going to share why this movie is on my list and a spiritual theme that I saw in the film that you guys can trace if you watch the movie yourself. And then they're going to grill me on my answers and on my list. Are you ready to hear my number 6 favorite movie of all time?
Yay! Should I edit in some cheering there?
Yes.
Number 6.
This is tricky because Nicolas Cage is my favorite actor, and I had to put a Cage movie on this list. So, is this my number 6 favorite movie of all time? I don't know. But Nicolas Cage movies are like my, what do you call it? Guilty pleasure?
Your kryptonite?
Guilty pleasure?
Yeah, kryptonite if it's bad, guilty pleasure if it's good. Okay, so I had to pick a Cage movie, which was hard because I first wanted to go to a newer movie, Pig, but I decided not to choose that one because I want to review that sometime on a more in-depth conversation. So here's my pick for number 6. Matchstick Men. Have you seen it?
No.
I never seen that movie.
Oh, man, have I seen that?
Dude, it's got like a 98% or something on Rotten Tomatoes. It is excellent. Okay, so the reason this is on the list is because it is an example of what Nicolas Cage is capable of when he's under a good director. I mean, his acting is top-notch in this film. So I'll tell you a little story. I remember I saw this as a kid, but I didn't really remember it. And then I was actually sitting in on an appointment with someone else. It was at a psychiatrist's office, and the psychiatrist is explaining OCD, right? And he's like, "Have you guys ever seen Matchstick Men?" I'm like, "No, why?" He's like, "Oh, you got to watch it. Nicolas Cage plays the guy with OCD, and it's like spot on accurate. And he's great. It's really amazing."
Uno, due, tre. Uno, due, tre. Itchy-san.
So I went home and I watched it again, and I was just blown away. So, according to a psychiatrist, Matchstick Men is an accurate portrayal of a person with obsessive compulsive disorder. And when I watch the film, I don't look at Nicolas Cage as crazy in this movie. I look at him as somebody trying to cope with a world that is messed up. Like a life that is being thrown off by curveballs that are being thrown at him. So a world out of control, which on a spiritual level, that made me think of the Garden of Eden, one of the first stories in the Bible where humans were in this place that was supposed to be a paradise where life makes more sense. And then when they leave it, it's like spinning out of control. So this girl comes into his life and says that she's his daughter, and all of a sudden his world is like blown apart and he doesn't know what to do.
All right? Okay, I'll show you. I'll show you. Right now, all right? All right, okay.
On the one hand, he's excited and he's trying to connect with her, but he doesn't have the social skills to do it. But that family connection, despite those obstacles, makes him want to get to know this girl that he doesn't know at all, doesn't know anything about. So family connection is a piece of it. But then as his life gets more stressful throughout the movie, his OCD gets harder and harder to control.
Ever heard of a line? Hey, have you ever been dragged to the sidewalk and beat until you pissed blood?
So you find him like vacuuming in his house for hours or not being able to go outside.
All right, come on. Pick it up.
Roy, come on, man, come on.
Roy, it's lonely in this little office all by myself. Roy, come on.
And things like that. And then he'll start stepping out of his comfort zone to try to overcome some of those things to pursue this relationship with his daughter, but it's really hard for him. So I think it is really a fascinating study on watching someone try to cope with a world that is stressful and doesn't make sense. All right, what do you guys think? Do you agree? Well, you haven't seen the movie, so you wouldn't know.
And that's kind of the format we're going for is, we don't want the other guys to research and make this a long debate. So we're hearing this for the first time, the same time you guys are live, and you get it.
Yeah, I when did this come out?
Boy, it's like 2000. I mean, it's an older movie.
I have never heard of it, but I'm interested to see it now.
Well, tell me this.
I would like to check it
I
out.
made sure that I didn't put any spoilers into my little recap there. So since you don't know that movie, why don't we talk a little bit about Nicolas Cage as an actor? Talk about the worst performance you've seen him do and the best. And why do you think there's such a wide range with him?
I'll tell you, when you said I'm going to pick a Nicolas Cage movie as my 6, I had my fingers crossed because there's 2 of them that I really, really enjoy from Nicolas Cage.
Let me guess.
And one is early career, and one is middle career, I guess, within the last 15 years.
Is one of them The Rock?
The Rock is not one of them. No. One of them is National Treasure.
Ah, yes.
I think those are fantastic films. I love those movies, and I think he does a really, really good job at those.
I'm gonna steal it.
What?
I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence.
Then?
The other one from his early career, and it's one of my favorite of his, is Raising Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I don't know if you. I think it's so funny. I think that movie is so funny, and his portrayal of the character is just perfect. The way he's so chill out all the time. It was before he started getting the big crazy eyes, so. I don't know. His acting style was.
Well, the thing with him was, he's got so much range, and he, it's been proven he won an Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas, which is a very dark movie, basically about a man who his wife left him, so he's going to go drink himself to death in Las Vegas. So just in case you're watching, you're interested in checking that out, know what you're getting into. It's great performance. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it is a dark, dark movie.
Tell you the truth, I'm a little shaky right now. I had brain surgery. Why don't I go get some lunch, and then, come back and take care of it then.
But then, I think he got on a little kick doing all these cheesy but insanely fun over-the-top action movies with Con Air and The Rock,
Snake Eyes,
and Face Off, and over and over, in the 90s to early 2000s. And then as he got a little bit older, he started going back to, all right, I need to do a little bit more drama. I need to change my character. I can't be running around because I'm close to 60 years old or 60. I'm not sure how old he is. But everyone remembers him as this cheesy action star. I think a lot of people grew up watching him do that, and it's hard to get that. The same thing with Sylvester Stallone. I mean, he went to Juilliard to learn to act. He is an amazing actor, but because he's known for Rocky and then Rambo, everyone always hears, maybe that's how he speaks, but he's so intelligent. So, like, if you watch a movie called Copland, amazing performance. And it's one of those movies that didn't get a lot of hype, but I think it's better than a lot of people remember it as. But back to Nick Cage.
Well, I was gonna say with Cage's acting, and even though like some of his movies are kind of hokey, a little over the top, I will say this about Nick Cage: he is always entertaining. Though, like even if the movie's a complete pile of dump, at least he's going to be entertaining in it. You know, I mean, seriously, he is. While we're talking about this, I had to look up some stuff on him real quick, just because I was looking through his movies, but he is talking about his style of method acting. And I didn't know this, but for a movie that he did called Birdie, his character is a Vietnam War veteran and he wanted to feel pain. So he had 2 teeth removed without any anesthesia. So he was actually in pain when he had to film certain scenes. He actually wrapped his face in a bandage for 2 weeks and went outside and got the stares and the ridicule from people. And then when he took the bandages off, his face was actually infected because of like ingrowing hairs and acne. But that's what he does to get into the role of a character. Like he takes it very, very, very seriously. So, yeah, I mean, there's obviously a method to what he does.
Yeah, he has no acting lessons, so he does stuff like that to get in character. Like he went to a mall once and he started playing with these expensive remote control cars. And he was playing an out of control character in a movie at that time. He started smashing the remote control cars to get in character. And then he went to the cashier and he paid for them and then left. And another fun fact about him is he discovered Johnny Depp and connected him with an agent. So the movie world can thank Nicolas Cage for Johnny Depp.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cage is almost like a cartoon character.
He is.
He's just, you know what I mean? It's just.
I'll recommend a handful of movies. Like if you think that Cage is just a crazy dude and you haven't seen some of his good dramatic work, watch Matchstick Men. I like The Rock as an action movie. There's a lesser known movie called The Trust where he plays a bank robber and you can see a more seasoned actor there. Pig is excellent. There's a 5th Cage movie I wanted to mention. He is a character in Into the Spider-Verse, the Spider-Man animated movie. He's Spider-Man Noir, and
he was Spider-Man Noir.
Oh, Adaptation. That's the other one I wanted to mention.
He was nominated for that.
Yeah. If you think he's like just this crazy dude with a terrible accent and Con Air, you've got to see some of his other work. I don't understand why
couldn't you put the bunny back in the box?
Yeah, he has such a low floor and high ceiling at the same time as an actor.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I would like to see his new one that it's at, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, where he plays like a fictionalized version of himself. I thought that looked good.
How did he get in character for that?
That's a good question. What kind of method acting did he do for that one?
Look in a mirror.
I think he just loves acting. And I mean, I was going through his IMDb and it's like, man, he's got a lot of movies I've never seen or heard of. And I think he just does so many movies. Maybe he just got tired, or people got tired of seeing him in 6 movies a year or something like that. So he got cold, and I don't think he's making bad movies. He's just, we've seen him a lot.
Oh, some of them are bad.
Same thing happened in the 90s with Stallone and Schwarzenegger. Every movie, every year, they would come out with 1 or 2 big action movies. And then by the time I hit college in the mid-90s, I'm over it.
Yeah.
Now it's The Rock and Kevin Hart. You can't make a movie without those two.
Oh, there's one more thing that I wanted to bring into this discussion, just so listeners can have a little fun when they watch a Nicolas Cage movie. He always brings in a personal item into his films. So I love watching the movies because I like to look for that item. So there's a movie where he's got golden guns. Those are his guns at home. So
that was Face Off, wasn't it? Didn't he have the 2 guns in Face Off?
For some reason, I feel like he has golden guns in every movie, like Snake Eyes.
It could be.
Like he does like 10 movies a year, it seems like. I mean, that guy is a workaholic. All right, so since you guys haven't seen that movie, we can't do recommends, but we'll probably be able to do that.
I'll recommend it based on your recommendation.
Yeah, we're not going to. You may not agree with our choices, but I don't think any of us are going to say Manos Hands of Fate is one of our top 5 movies. So you don't have to worry about listening to us and expecting a bad movie. You will be entertained by anything we recommend, I believe.
Cross your fingers.
Yeah. I don't know. Some of my movies are weird, so maybe not.
Well, we'll find out. We will be back again soon with my number 5 favorite movie of all time in the next episode. So we will see you guys soon.